soft pretzel twist with cheese, a medium cheddar bites with ranch, and a medium cherry slushy. Hello sunflowers, and welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited for today's video. I'm going to be answering your assumptions. This has been a trend for a super long time. Recently it took the form of the true false thing over on Instagram, and so that's kind of like what I'm going to be doing in this video, kind of taking that true false trend to YouTube. But I have a list of your assumptions on my phone. I always get my questions for assumptions videos, Q&A, all these kinds of things over on Instagram. I was a little scared to do this because I didn't know what you guys would say, but I took screenshots of all the questions that I do want to answer and that I think will be interesting. So first I'm gonna give you guys a little food haul. I'm doing this in my car, mukbang style, as I like to do. I haven't done this in forever and I miss it. I feel like this was like my OG YouTube videos. I used to always sit in my car in high school and chat with you guys. Oh, it's an airplane. I was like, the wind is wild in. I just love feeling close with you guys, and I feel like we just got food together, we're hanging out. So if you guys are watching this, like, go grab your favorite snack, let's hang out, let's chat, let's catch up on everything. How are you guys? Comment down below. You know what? Give me a little life updates of your own. Fill me in on what's happening. Like, I want to know these things about you guys. I care about y'all. So, of course, we got Sonic. I have been a huge Sonic fan recently. So, I got cheddar bites. These are heavenly. They're only at like select Sonic locations. So, kind of spicy. And then I got the pretzel twist. This, I think it's new. They're so good. I've literally got like 3 in the past 2 weeks. I got the signature cheese sauce, of course, and we got ranch. I was gonna get Taco Bell because that's like my tradition on this channel, but sometimes it's hard to eat while I talk and this stuff's like kind of bite-sized, so I thought it might be better. All right guys, so let's hop straight into the true false assumptions. So assumption number 1 is you love focusing on yourself and daily things that make you feel good. I thought I would just start this out light and easy, and that's 100% true. I'm honestly, in the least narcissistic way, I'm probably my favorite company, but I think everyone's favorite company should be their self, because you are always going to be there and you're always stuck with you. So it's like a very fun thing when you can enjoy spending time alone. I actually just made a video called Dating Myself. It's a start to a new series where I just take myself and do my favorite things, kind of like honestly what I'm doing right now. And yeah, honestly, I could hang out with myself for like months and I would be totally chill with that. I have to like force myself to get out of my bubble and see other people, because relationships in your life are also very important too, but I do love some me time. All right, assumption number 2 is you love fancy things, but you can't afford them. I would say not fully true, not fully false. I definitely could not afford them if I wanted like a Louis Vuitton bag. Like that would just be not financially smart for me. Like I have 2 more years of college to pay for, but I wouldn't actually say I'm someone who loves fancy things. I'm very much somebody who, I do not care about the brands of my clothes at all. I don't care about like what kind of car I drive. I'm not a super materialistic person in the sense of money. The way I'm materialistic in some ways is I love new things. Like I love little dinky stuff, like a new sticker or like a new ring or bracelet. Like it could be like a $5 ring that makes me as excited as like people who get $2,000 rings. So I love a bunch of little things, but I don't think I'm somebody who necessarily loves fancy things. But that question was interesting because it got me thinking. I was like, I love getting some new stuff, but like I'm totally fine if the skirt was like $5. Now, if I had unlimited money to thrift, we could kind of pop off there. My phone's for real on 11% and it is 11 a.m. Grace, you good? So the next assumption is you get judged for your funky, unique style. I feel like I do dress decently unique, but also I feel like the trend right now is kind of to dress funky. So I don't think it's like super out there. And honestly, I can't say true or false to this one because I literally have no idea. This might sound super weird, but I really just never really think about what other people are thinking of me, which I feel like I came to this realization by, if you really think about it, people, when you're super worried about people thinking your clothes are weird or you're weird or people over analyzing you, everyone's way too busy thinking about themselves, even if it's in comparison to other people, to really be pressed about what you're doing or what you're wearing or what you look like or whatever. Like, just own who you are, own what you wear. I love my style, and that's what matters. Okay, next one is you actually have a RBF, resting bleep face, we'll just say. I would say definitely false. I actually feel like I'm one of the most approachable people ever, at least in my opinion, and the people that I've asked. I feel like, I don't know, you know what, I don't know if it's a backhanded comment, because if you think about it, everyone who sees someone super pretty is like, tells them they were intimidated by them, but everyone always tells me I'm the least intimidating person ever. But you know, we're just gonna take that as a compliment, because I really do think that I come across sweet and nice and not intimidating. I don't want to be intimidating because like I don't think I'm better than anyone else, so there's really no reason for people to be intimidated by me. And I seriously, like, my plain face is like I don't know. I just feel like it's not scary. I don't feel like I look scary or that I've literally tried to have RBF before. I'm pretty sure I was talking to my roommate about it, and I was like, please just like tell me I look mean. Like I want to have the ability to look kind of like, I just don't have it in me. My face can't do it. The next assumption is that you don't get FOMO. This I would say is true. I've never really been someone who struggled with that. Like in high school, I never really cared, and in college I never really did, and like now I really don't. Like there's not really much FOMO for me to have because like I'm living at home just kind of vibing, doing my own thing. Like my advice for anybody, because it's not like I've never felt it, it's just not a super prevalent feeling I've dealt with over time, is to remember that not everything is like what it looks like. Just because you see a story of someone doing something you weren't invited to, it might not be as fun as it looks in that, or like it might be for them, but like it might not have been as fun for you as you think, because like I've gone to things before because I'm not gonna go, and then I see people's stories and I'm like, oh, I guess I'll go. And if I'm not in the mood, I'm not in the mood. And also just like if it's not my vibe, or I wasn't like intended to be there, just kind of like, get what I'm saying? So I don't know. A really, really key to not having FOMO is loving time with yourself. I know I preach on it a lot, but just enjoy your time with you, because it's very much so possible to be happy by yourself. So I got a ton of assumptions saying you don't like Ole Miss, you hate Ole Miss, and COVID was an excuse to leave. Like just basically as many ways as you can say you actually hate Ole Miss as you can. And this is false. I did not hate Ole Miss. Freshman year fall, I loved it. Like I was like, this was 100% the right choice for me. I was vibing, I was having a time. And then I will say in spring, I didn't necessarily feel like it was totally my place, and I was starting to kind of be about it. But through it all, even this spring when I literally decided to transfer, I've never hated Ole Miss. It was more of a coming to the realization that it wasn't where I felt like I was meant to be, and that I was ready for something different. But I have really, really good memories there. I will say after freshman fall, it kind of lost that sparkle it originally had for me, and that's not to say anything about the school. It was just a me thing, and I think that that's just not where my plan was meant to keep being played out. And the next assumption is you have a boyfriend. This is false. I talked about in my like Q&A I filmed during Christmas time that I did not want to date again until I was like 40. Like I was very opposed to it then, and I feel like I have changed a little bit in the aspect. Like right now I'm not looking for a relationship. I don't really feel like one would totally fit into where I'm at in life right now, and it's not something I am seeking. However, I'm not as opposed to it as I was before. And I did re-download dating apps. Actually just Hinge. Hinge is my new thing, guys. I had Tinder before. Never again. I don't know that girl. Hinge is my... I love her. Compared to Tinder, it is like going to... not to be controversial, but like the Six Flags in Missouri and Disney World. Like it is a very big difference. Hinge is just so much easier to actually see if someone's interested in you as a person instead of just looks. Like Tinder is literally like someone just, it bothers me for some reason that someone just knows how I look and they're interested off of that. I just don't vibe with it. I feel like it's kind of a weird game of like being attracted. I don't know. I'm just not really here for it. And I love when I'm on Hinge, like if somebody matches me, I'm so much more likely to reply because they'll be asking about like my interests and passions, and they've kind of read a little bit about me. Whereas on Tinder, I'm never gonna reply to someone's message that's like, hey beautiful, you're the prettiest girl in the South. Like they say that to everyone, one. And two, it's like that's all you're into, which I know it's not like a bad thing, it's just not my thing. You don't care what people think of you. I feel like I already kind of answered this, but true. I really don't care at all, and I'm really, really happy with that. I feel like you can't really live your best life and be your true self until you let go of caring about what other people think about you, because no one really actually knows you like you do, so your opinions what matters, girlfriend. Okay, this one I've got so many questions on. I've kind of replied to some comments about it, I feel like, but a lot of people assume that me and Emily didn't get along, and that's why I moved out. Most of you probably know who Emily is because she was in like all my college vlogs. She was my best friend at Ole Miss, and she was my roommate this year, and we 100% do still get along. She had nothing, literally nothing to do with me deciding to move back home and me deciding to leave Ole Miss and move out of my apartment and everything. That was all just what's best for my life and what I need right now and where I'm finding happiness right now, but definitely not a her thing. Like I'm still close with her. I still update her on all my life things. She still updates me on hers, and she was an amazing roommate. Literally nothing negative. Like that assumption could not be more false. Love Emily. The next assumption I really wanted to address because I feel like I have a very positive channel and positive online presence, but I still think this is super important. You have bad days sometimes. 100% true. Like, literally the happiest people have bad days. Like, I have days where I am not feeling myself. I have nights where I'm in bed and I'm super sad. I have days where I'm alive and I'm super sad. Like, not every day is an amazing day. I try to focus my perspective on positive things and choose positivity, but it's also super natural to not be happy all the time and to have bad days. And for me, I just try to make the choice to not stay there, but it's okay to recognize your feelings, and it's important to feel things besides just the good things, if that makes sense. So yes, I do not always have good days. I just don't necessarily put online when I don't, because I like to go to social media personally. It's a very positive place for me. I like to look at it for inspiration. So I kind of like to make that my reflection too. Like, I want other people to feel happy when they watch my videos and look at my Instagram and things like that. But I did want to do this check because it's like, let's be real, I'm not happy all the time. I don't want to put out this like portrayal that your life is going to be 100% perfect, because my life isn't 100% perfect, but I just try to find the positive in all situations. The irony of the next assumption, it says you eat really healthy. No. Okay, the next one is you are really hard on yourself and you have super high expectations of yourself. This one is true. I feel like a lot of people actually don't think this about me, but maybe I just see that. I literally hold myself to such a high expectation, and I can be really, really hard on myself, which is not what I want to be, and I'm working on that, and I'm working on being more forgiving towards myself and treating myself how I treat people I love, because like I've talked about this in videos before, but I will forgive people that I love in my life so easily, and then myself, I will hold a grudge against myself about something for so long if I make the tiniest mistake. So definitely true, sadly, but I'm working on it. Okay, next assumption, you are religious. I am Christian. I used to talk about it sometimes more on my channel. I feel like I haven't a lot recently, but I am Christian. Okay, moving into the last assumption, you're starting a small business and a podcast, and that is true. So if you stayed to this point of the video, comment below, sunflower secret. I've started hinting at it more throughout my social medias, but I have something super exciting launching on Valentine's Day, so mark your calendars for that. And the other surprise is coming super duper soon, so get excited. This year I'm going to start so many things. I'm so excited. I love being home because I have the time to put my heart and soul into these projects, and I cannot wait to share that journey with you guys as it gets closer. So why is there, I'm literally in like a closed business parking lot, so every time my car comes, I think it's like the police coming to ask what I'm doing, and I'm like talking to my camera, eating cheese curds, you know. All right, sunflowers, so that is all for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this like more casual, sitting in my car, catching up, hanging out as friends. Thought I would answer some of these things because I do get questions about quite a few of these often, and I thought it'd be fun to chat. So be sure to comment down below what's happening in your guys' life, because I want to feel filled in on you guys just as much as you guys are getting filled in on what's happening with me. And yeah, I'll see you lovely sunflowers in my next video.
Baby, shine through and come and save me. I've been missing